How's everybody doing? It's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Adidas Yeezy Slide in the Pure colorway. These released on April 26 alongside the resin and the core colorway for a price of $60 USD or $75 here in Canada. I don't own and I've never tried any of the previous colorways before, so I was very curious to get these in hand. And safe to say my reaction on this is pretty mixed. But first off, let's jump straight into the box first and I'll give you guys a quick look. So even though they're just slides, they still come in this box that looks like all your other Yeezy boxes. So we have this brown cardboard. At the very top it says slide in capital letters. And on this side it says here Yeezy Slide and we have the size label. As for the slides themselves, these are constructed entirely out of EVA foam. So in hand they have this nice squishy feel to it and it kind of reminds me of like a sturdier Croc. So the entire slide is done in this one piece, so there's no stitching, there's no visible glue anywhere. And one thing I also liked is that in the design itself, everything's kind of rounded and there's no sharp edges in the design. On the front where your toes show, I noticed that it's a little bit narrow, and I think that impacts the sizing on these slides, but I'll get into more detail on that later. Debossed on the back heel, we have the Adidas Performance logo, and then surrounding the back heel, you'll see that the foam is a little bit indented and it curves around the entire back end. On the bottom, for the outsole, you'll see that the pattern here, it's done in these horizontal lines. But again, just like the rest of the design of the upper, the edges sort of have a bit of that rounded look to it. So I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say from a design standpoint. There's really not too much to break down about these slides, but I know the million-dollar question that many of you guys are asking is, how do these fit? So when I was doing my research before buying these, it seemed like the sizing recommendations were all over the place. Some people said stick true to size, other people said go up a half size where possible, and even some people said go up 2 sizes. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. These slides are a size 11, and I gotta say they fit me perfectly. Like I mentioned earlier, this front portion right here where your toes show, this is much narrower than the rest of the slide itself. So if you go true to size, you can't really get your foot in and out of the slides that comfortably. And even going up the full size to a size 11, there wasn't even too much room from a length perspective. I think naturally for slides, you kind of want a little bit extra room than sneakers, for example. And I didn't feel at any point that these were too long and that they fit really sloppy. Just to give you guys a point of reference, I wear a 10.5 in the Yeezy Boost 350 V2, the Yeezy Boost 700 V1, and the 700 V3. So my size recommendation would be to round up to the next higher size. So if you're a size 10, go up to 11. And I think even if you're a 10.5, I think 11 should be okay for you as well. For me, I tried these on with both barefoot and with socks, and in either case, going up to the size 11 fit me great. In terms of how comfortable these are, I gotta say Adidas and Yeezy really did a good job with the comfort. Since the entire slide is made out of EVA, it felt really plush and really soft on foot. And I thought especially this footbed area here, it felt super soft, almost like a marshmallow. And it's kind of hard to see on camera though, but the footbed itself sort of has this molded feel to it, and it kind of molds naturally to the shape of a foot. However, the traction wasn't anything special. This is just foam, there's no rubber on it. So especially if you're gonna be wearing these outside in slippery weather, then I probably wouldn't recommend wearing these. But for indoors and for dry outdoor climates, these will be great. So let me throw on these Yeezy Slides and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. All in all, for what it is, I think this is a pretty solid pair of slides. Obviously it's very hyped, but if you put aside the hype factor, it still feels very comfortable on feet, and I think that's probably the most important part. However, I think the retail price, let alone the resale price, is already pretty high. I think 75 Canadian dollars for a pair of slippers is pretty crazy, but that's the premium you're paying for Yeezy brand and for Adidas. The rumor I heard is that these will be restocking every 2 or 3 months. So if you strike out on this round, I'd probably hold off on paying resale. I think they're going for probably around 200, 250 Canadian dollars, which is like 3 times the retail price. So I'd probably try my luck, see if I can get them for retail later on, because honestly, these are definitely not worth paying over retail for. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Adidas Yeezy Slide. Between this one, the resin, and the core, how do you rank all 3 colorways? Personally, I kind of like the core the best. I think this one kind of blends in with my skin tone a little bit too much, but this one would probably be my second favorite, with the resin coming in at 3rd. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esgo8, check out my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.